Hi yogis! Welcome to week 2, day 4 of our Build Balance Momentum program. I'm Chelsea Lundeen. Today's pose of the day will be Warrior 2 pose. Warrior 2 pose is a great overall full body strengthening pose. It really works our quads and our core and gets the feeling for the correct positioning of our pelvis, and even works our shoulders a bit because we're trying to hold them up so steady. So I hope you enjoy. You'll see this pose many times throughout the rest of this program. And yeah, so let's begin. We'll be starting in child's pose today on our mat, so feel free to join me. I'm sure you know the drill by now, how to get into the posture. Big toes together, knees nice and wide, and we'll just walk our hands out, allowing our frontal lobe to rest on the mat. And we're just going to connect with our breath here a few moments. Get ourselves ready for the practice ahead. And I welcome you to take this time to think of a few things you're feeling grateful for today. That could be the love of a family member or friend, the ability to move your body daily, or even just thankful to have a roof over your head and food to eat. So just think of a few things you might be grateful for, just to set the tone for the practice today. And then let's reconnect with our breath here. And when you're ready, I welcome you to rise up into tabletop posture. So really awaken that core and that spine as you rise up today. Let's bring our wrists under our shoulders and our knees under our hips. Get a nice strong tabletop going. So on your inhale, drop that chest towards the mat and bring your gaze a few feet in front of you. Exhale, round out that spine, puffing through the back of the back and tucking your chin in towards your chest. Deep inhale here. Exhale, round the spine. Let's do one more deep inhale. And exhale here. We're going to come up into downward facing dog, so tuck your toes under, lift your knees and send those hips back. Feel free to pedal out the legs on your first downward facing dog of the practice. A few deep breaths here. Bend your knees if you have to. Goal again is to get that nice long spine. And we're going to start our practice today with just a couple of sun salutation A's to warm up the body. I'm going to start by grounding through the left foot as we inhale our right foot up and back. And we're going to bend our knee here and open that hip up wide. So feel like you're pulling that hip open towards the ceiling. And we're going to try to tent to your right fingertips. So tent them on the mat as you open up, feel like you're opening up your chest towards the ceiling even. Good. That nice round, bring your foot up in between your hands. Step your left foot in between your hands. We'll start in our suns. Salutation A, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bending the knees slightly, rise up to standing. Upward salute. Exhale, palms in prayer towards the chest. Inhale, arms wide. Upward salute. Exhale, let's swan dive down, slight bend in the knees here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Let's step that right foot back, and then our left as we come into chaturanga. So wrap those triceps, elbows towards your torso. Come forward onto your toes. Exhale, slow lower down to chaturanga. Untuck those toes. Inhale, up into upward facing dog. And exhale into downward facing dog. Good. Ground through that right foot as you bring your left foot up wide. Let's open up those hips again. Bend that knee. Foot going towards booty. Let's tent our left fingertips here. Get that nice hip opening stretch. Feels good. All right, release. Bring that foot up in between your hands. Press your right foot up in between your hands as well. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, let's rise up, upward salute. Palms together in prayer. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands and step your left foot back, and then your right. Tuck those elbows in towards the torso. Come up onto your toes. Exhale, chaturanga down. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Deep breath here. Ground through that left foot. Inhale your right foot up. Exhale. Bring it forward in between your hands. Plant that left heel down onto the mat. And let's open up our chest towards the ceiling here. Bringing our hand up, widening open that chest. Deep breath here. Now bring your palm towards the back of the mat. Really press through your front leg here and see if you can use your leg pushing into the mat to rise up into Warrior Two. Since this is our first time doing this pose today, we want to make sure our front right heel is in line with the arch of our left foot. And we'll have your front foot will be facing towards the front of the mat, and your left foot will be about at a 45-degree angle. So you want to think about really bending through this front leg here. Bring our arms up parallel to the mat. You can do like a finger check here. But we'll try ultimately bring our gaze just beyond our right fingertips, gazing forward. Feeling nice and strong. Really active back leg here. Almost think of internally rotating that hip just a bit. Good. Breathe here a few moments. I want you to flip the palm of your front hand and kind of bring it forward as you drop your left hand to the outside of your left knee for reverse warrior here. Right arm strong. Flip it back, come up into Warrior Two once again. This time let's drop our forearm to our thigh as we bring our left arm up and over. Nice strong front leg here into side angle pose. Good. See if you can wrap your left arm behind your body and bring your hand so it kind of comes up right in between the crease of your thigh and pelvis. Get a nice bind here. Good. We're going to release And let's bring that left hand all the way to the mat. And we're gonna bring our left foot in just a bit, so just a nice hop, and straighten that right leg as we come into pyramid pose. So inhale, spine long. Exhale, fold into the stretch here. Good. Deep breaths. You can grab some blocks if you need to. At this point, if it's just a little too hard for you to hold this posture. Or you can simply sit in this pose too. We want to make sure we're just not straining our knees. And also don't press your weight into your knees at all. So get a nice micro bend here if you need to. We don't want to be stressing our knees at all. Okay, I want you to plant your hands on the mat and see if you can bring your weight forward into that right leg and see if you can just pop that left leg up. We're going to come into a standing tree pose here. So if you get what I'm working towards is we're going to be coming up, keeping that leg up. But if this is too much, you can simply drop your toes and come up this way as well. And we're going to be coming into tree pose, so feel free to rest your left foot either on your shin or the inside of your shin or up on the inner thigh, but again, don't rest it right on your inner knee. And let's inhale our arms up towards the ceiling, palms together or open, whichever is most comfortable for you. I want you to breathe here. Good. Exhale your arms down, palms toward the front of the mat. See if you can release that left leg and straighten it out in front of you. It can be way up here, it can be down here, whatever is most comfortable for you. And we're just going to do some ankle rolls. So let's roll them to one side first. And then roll it the other way. Yeah, it's weaken those ankles. Often neglected. I want you to see if you can step your leg back down and come into plank. And I'm just gonna switch so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. And into downward facing dog. Nice deep breath here a moment. I want you to ground through that right foot now as you inhale your left foot up. And bring your knee into your chest and see if you can put it right in between your hands. Let's drop our right heel to the mat and press through that front leg as we open up our chest towards the ceiling. Right hand up, gaze high. Trying not to dump our weight into our wrists, but keeping it firm. So you should almost be able to lift that arm here. You want to keep your weight in your leg, otherwise you're dumping a lot of weight into your wrist. Good, let's flip our palm towards the back of the mat and see if we can use our leg to push us up into Warrior Two on the other side. Let's do a body check here. Right heel in line with our left leg, or with the arch of our left heel in line with the arch of our right back foot. Back foot at almost a 45-degree angle. Right foot towards the front of the mat. Arms parallel to the mat and sinking into our leg here. And we don't want to be pushing the booty out. We want to think about slight tilt of the pelvis. So feel like we're bringing our tailbone towards the back of the mat, or towards the mat here. Gaze and just beyond our fingertips. Let's flip that palm and kind of nice bend here, dropping that right hand to the outer side of the knee. Reverse warrior. Left arm strong. Good, flip the palm back, come into warrior two. Sink down a little deeper into that knee. Let's drop our forearm to our thigh now as we bring our right arm up and over into side angle pose. Arms strong. If you want, you can bring your arm behind the body and tuck it in between the crease of your thigh here and pelvis. Get a nice bind, opening up, pulling your right shoulder back to get a nice chest opening stretch. Great, we're gonna bring our right hand towards the mat now. And let's open up on the other side. So bring your left arm up and over. Nice reverse stretch here. Good, let's drop that hand down to the mat. Let's bring our right leg in just a little bit and straighten out that front knee. So inhale to a flat back. Exhale, let's fold into pyramid posture. Again, slight micro bend in the knee here. Grab your blocks if you need to. We don't want to be straining our knees. See if you can sink down just a little bit more. Good. When you're ready, try to lean forward a bit, plant your palms flat on the mat if they're not there already, and see if you can put that weight in your front leg so you're able to lift your back leg up. Again, we're going to try to rise to standing and come into tree posture. So you can either drop that foot to help you rise, or if you're feeling like you'd like a little balance challenge, you can come up into tree pose. Resting your foot wherever is most comfortable for you. We're going to bring our palms up to the ceiling. Palms together wide. Let's just breathe here for a few breaths. Good, release your palms. Down at your sides, palms facing the front of the mat. Release your right leg. Stretch it out in front of you. Tickle your house plants if you can. Let's do a few ankle rolls. So rolling to one side first. You can even do an alphabet if you'd like. Feel like you're really grounding through that left foot. Like you're growing roots and it's holding you in place. And let's reverse. Roll your ankle to the other side. Good. Bend your knee. See if you can send it back to the back of the mat. Plant your hands down. Come into plank pose. We'll take one vinyasa here, so tuck your elbows in towards your torso, roll onto your toes. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, we're gonna come back into tabletop posture now. And we're gonna do just a couple balancing postures where we're going to lift our right leg, extend it back as we lift our, right leg, as we extend our left arm out. And we're gonna exhale, as we kind of crunch our knee to our elbow. Inhale, bring it out wide. Exhale, crunch. Inhale. Extend, exhale, crunch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Let's drop our palm to the mat, and let's just do a few hip circles here. It's like a fire hydrant. So we'll do it one way first. Those hips nice and open. And reverse. Keeping your core engaged here if you can. Good, let's hold that up. And we're gonna test our balance here. We're gonna bring our knee up as we bring our right arm up. And we're gonna crunch our knee to our tricep. And then extend it back with our knee still bent. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. Extend. Exhale, crunch. One more here. Crunch. Extend. And let's drop our hands to our mat. And start on the other side. And I'm gonna flip over so you can see me here. So this time we're gonna be extending our left leg as we extend our right arm. Inhale here. Exhale, knee to elbow crunch. Inhale. Exhale. Couple more at your own pace. Let's do two more. Nice audible exhales out here. Good, drop that palm to the mat. Let's circle those hips. Try not to sink too much into the supporting side, but it's understandable if you do. All right, and let's reverse our circles here. Let's go the other way. I don't know, I almost find these more challenging. I feel like I'm breathing hard. All right, really opening up our hips here. All right, pause, the hip at the top, lean over, see if you can bring your left hand behind your head. Inhale, exhale, crunch, knee to tricep. Inhale, extend, exhale, extend. Extend that knee back, opening up your chest. Getting those nice audible exhales out. We'll do two more here. And one more. Good. Whew. Drop your knee and your hand to the mat. Roll out the pelvis if you need to. Good job. All right, let's sit on our booties. We're gonna come into half boat pose. So for half boat, we actually haven't gotten to this pose yet in the practice, but it'll come later. You'll see a lot of poses before we get to them in the class, and that's okay. We're just highlighting a pose each day, so you'll still learn plenty of poses along the way. So we're going to see if we can lift our toes off the mat as we lean back onto our sit bones, keeping our spine nice and long. We don't want to be crunching. We're going to keep the spine nice and long. See if you can raise your hands up. You can support yourself under the knees if you need to. I'm going to try to extend my hands, but you can, maintain support this way if you want, or see if you can support yourself, again, maintaining that neutral long spine here. I'm going to keep my feet flexed, so it feels like my toes are pulling towards my shins. And I'm just going to tap one toe to the mat at a time. This will be working on my balance. Feel free to join me, or you can sit even in this position or up, whatever is most comfortable for you. Actively think about flexing those toes as they get to the top. So we're pointing them on the way down. Try to blend your breathing with your movements of your legs if you can. I know it's a little difficult when they're doing two different things. Good. Drop both feet to the mat, sit forward a bit, and we're just gonna lie down into muted chest pose here. So bring our knees into our chest. We can do a nice spinal rock here. Good. Couple deep breaths. And let's take our left hand and just roll our knees over to the left side. Extend your right arm out to the right side. And just bring your gaze over to your right hand. Feel your whole body relaxing, letting go of tension. And just allow yourself to get lost in the stillness of this moment. Make sure you're trying to rest your right shoulder on the mat as well, if you find that it's tense. Good, and release your legs. And use your right hand to push them over to the other side as you bring your left arm out. Gaze over your left arm, fingertips, palm to the ceiling. Again, try to rest your shoulders on the mat and reconnect with your breath. And I welcome you to join me in corpse pose for Shavasana this time. So extend your legs out to the edge of the mat. Palms to the ceiling. Gonna roll your shoulders under. Neck not flat, but nice and relaxed. Feel free to grab a blanket and put it under your knees or your back if you need to. And bring your attention towards your breathing again. I want you to take a deep inhale with me and hold it at the top. And then exhale it out. One more deep inhale here. hold, and exhale it out. Feel free to return to your normal breathing. If you find your mind wandering to tasks of the day or worries, just gently bring it back to your breath.